Good morning all, been a long time. I'm going to make a sessionable pull American Pale Ale. So I'll show the ingredients and we'll go from there. Well, when I say I'm going to show you the ingredients, they're not quite ready yet. But I've got some Columbus. This is kind of an air in it. It might be a bit old actually. I think it's a 16 crop as well, so it's quite old. So I may not use those. Got some Summit. That's from last year. My best before last year, that's a 2016 harvest as well. Oh dear. Cascade, 2017. Got some Apollo. I got some Nugget. Going to combine all these together with some risotto and maybe a bit of Munich to give it a little bit of sweetness and make a nice accessible pale ale, which may be around something like 4.5%. Okay, so let's carry on and go and do that. So I've just had a look and see what these hops do, and these are Bittering and Aroma, that's Cascade and Nugget, and Apollo and Summit are purely bittering hops. So what I think I'm going to do obviously is to make bitter up with a combination of these two hops here. Because the Nugget is a leaf hop, I will put that in the whirlpool, and in the end with dry hopping I'll dry hop the rest of this Cascade, and I will dispense. I'll put the whole lot of that in the thing, and I think I'll go with that. So I think I'm just kind of interjecting a bit, so I'm just going to quickly take you through the recipe. As you'll see, I've got 4 kilograms of pale malt, half a kilo Munich, we're going to put 10 of Summit in and 10 of Apollo in. I think I might have actually swapped these around slightly, but I don't think it makes much difference. It's just that the flavour of one of the hops will actually change slightly in the boil, but we'll. So if I put the Summit in first, you get less of a Summit flavour. You just obviously the bitterness would carry through, and you might get more aroma of the Apollo. But they're both bittering hops, so you're not really going to get much out of it. And obviously I'll put 50 grams of Nugget in, and then Sapphire 05 at the end. Got 20 litre Braumeister profile I'm using. It's all grain. So like in respect to the session, looking at estimated original gravity of about 1050. I'm looking at this in retrospect, so I got like something like 1052. So I might get something slightly more than a session ale actually, because originally I was looking at maybe 4.5%, but no, it's maybe going to be at 5.6, which is nice, I suppose. So most likely going to be up here somewhere. Bitterness is moderate, colours fine. It's supposed to be a pale ale, so and a colour which you may see later on, it's actually quite dark anyway. So I think this is slightly wrong. Estimated original gravity is good. With respect to the mash, did 60 minutes to 65, and I mashed that for 10 minutes. Nothing special there. And we'll actually see the session at the end, but suffice to say our figures were quite good at the end. You'll see that. And so the brew house efficiency says 70%, which is okay. Mash efficiency was slightly low, but I think I've been seeing this consistently now. I think I'm expecting a bit too much, so maybe I need to adjust my figures a bit. And yeah, you can see all the other figures here before you start brewing. Right, let's go back to me. I'll show you the recipe. Got some magnesium sulfate and some gypsum in there. I'll go in. I'll just get more of that out in a second. I've got 4
4 kilos of Maris Otter and half a kilo of Munich. I'm going to be, let's come back to me. So I'm going to be bittering with 10 grams of Summit for 60 minutes, 10 grams of Apollo for 30 minutes, and in the whirlpool I'm going to toss 50 grams of nugget in. That's nugget, leaf hop, and in the end I'm going to shove maybe about another just about 75 grams of Cascade in the whirlpool. Not whirlpool, dry hop. I may even water a few extra hot pellets to actually shove in there. Not sure yet, but I think I'll get that in, and obviously that'll go in. I'll order that in a week, and then that'll go in in about a week or so's time once it's ready. Right, outside I am, be sure. So, glorious day here in Blighty. It's Bristol. Anyway, I'm just preheating 23 litres of water. So it's just recirculating there. I've got the pipe in there as well, so we don't get too much of a heat drop in there. It's coming up to 64, so at 37.5 moment. It'll be there pretty quickly. And I'm going to be putting 7 litres, maybe just more 7 litres of water in the Sarge water at the end. And that's about it. What else can I tell you about it? No, I'll think of something to talk about later on. But let's wait for the water to heat up. Got a bit of tidying up to do in the house. I've got a bit of DIY to do. Got a bit of development work to do. A few meetings and things. So all sorts of stuff to do today. But most important thing is to get a beer on. So I want to have this beer for my birthday in about 20 odd days time, which I think it'll be just nice and popping and ready to go about then, like nice and fresh, and it'll be just about right. Other news, we've got these, so like you can just got the old buggle hops, and they're coming up nicely, coming up all over the place. Ideally I just want to add the hops out of there. I don't know why they're coming out over there for, but I'm going to have to string up some new string and things for them, maybe cut a few off, but it's looking good. Got the weeding to do, but I can worry about that some stage. They're funny old weeds these are, I don't know what they are, but yeah. Get the right temperature, and I'm just going to pour the grains in now. I've got a tripod at the moment. It seems to have been borrowed by another member of the family. I can't see it, but I think you've seen it stuff before. But I'll pull that in and I'll give it a good stir. One thing I haven't noticed lately is that I didn't really stir it so much sometimes. I just thought just leave it go straight in there. But I think making sure it's all well combined is quite important, especially for efficiency. So I am going to give it a good stir today and see if I get my numbers back up again. So yeah, make sure I get all the grains combined really well. So if it's jiggling around too much there. I'm just working my way around here. This all dry over this side. I'm just working my way through the clump stuff to make sure it's all nice and lumpy. So there's a big lump here that where I put that in and just kind of scraping it away and combining it as I go. Make sure it's all well mixed in. As I said, I put my water additions in here as well, and I've done an acid treatment. Myself, I put about 5 millilitres of of water in there, of 85% phosphoric acid. That's all I use. I managed to get a hold of phosphoric acid from a company called Darwin's a few years ago. I bought like a 1 litre bottle of it. I'm still working my way through it actually, so I know for one that the company I bought it from don't actually sell it anymore. So I'm not anywhere near actually getting the getting towards the bottom of that. So you can see I've got a nice big flower ball there. Make sure that's well broken up. So I'm sure I've been just pouring it in and not stirring enough, and that's what's been happening. I've just been assuming because it's underletting it's doing it, but I think Paul Weinstein a few years ago, I watched him when he was testing on that. He just did that, and I always seem to go by his technique. But obviously, it's I definitely want to make sure it's getting well combined today. Let's see what it comes out like. See what kind of efficiency we have. Now there is a slight, maybe I'd say caveat or slight drawback to doing this, and that is that you might get some oxygenation of the grains. What you can do, I think, is stick a Camden tablet in there, and that actually does deoxygenate does actually help take out a lot of the oxygen. But so there we are. I think that's well combined. I've done a lot more mixing than I normally do. I don't normally do this at all. There's a few little bits and bobs, so we'll see how this goes, and yeah, hopefully it comes out well. Let's get all the gubbins. Shit. Right. So I'm just going to do a 60-minute mash here, and with a 60 minutes at 65, and right at the end I'm going to it'll ramp itself up to about 75 centigrade to do a mash out. Alright, so let's turn it on. Okay, there we go. And there we are. So let's leave it like that, and we'll come back to it soon. Just on the mash out, good curl there, I like that, nice and clear as ever. I'll take a pre-boil gravity in a minute, and we'll see how it's coming on. Hopefully we've got a better efficiency than I normally have. It's not binged yet, it thinks it's at 98 centigrade, which obviously it's not. Just quickly stir in a little bit of this foamy stuff. There we go. Right, I'm going to adjust this so it thinks it has hit boiling, which it obviously has. Just bring it down below there, and it thinks it's boiling. We'll just bring the temperature right up to 100 then. Okay. So we're going. Not faffing around. So two hop drops. I think it's Apollo, and I completely forgot what this is called again. Summit, I think. So I'm going to do 30 minutes of this. Well, 60 minutes of that, and then another 30 minutes of that, and that'll bring us up to quite a high IBU level. They're quite bitter hops. There's one's, I think one's about 16 and one's about 15 IBUs. So it smells nice, nice and citrusy. So we'll let that go for 30 minutes, and we'll stick the other hot drop in, and we'll be on our way. Well, hopefully you can all see me there. Let's have a quick check. Anyway, if you can't see me, I'm sure you can hear me. Bit of an update, I suppose. First brew day of 2018. It's quite been quite a while. I don't think I brewed. Last time I brewed this was New Year's Eve, and that's it. I made an IPA then, and I haven't had time. I haven't had the urge to do that. I think I've been making loads of bread and stuff like that. So busy with life. I've got a few, as well as having my normal day job projects to do. I've got a few personal projects to do, so they've been keeping me busy. Yeah, so yeah, I've been watching a bit of YouTube, watching all the guys on YouTube, or BrewTube as you would say. But I think it's been about the same for everybody really. I don't think anybody else has really been up to any major amounts. It's just little bits here and there. But glorious day here, as you can see. So it's been really nice and relaxing. Mrs. has buggered off to work for a few hours. All the kids are looking after themselves, and I'm just chilling out in. It's not really hot, but it's just good temperature really. So hopefully this brew will finish off now. Well, it's got about an hour to go. It's about 1 o'clock. So yeah, I got earlier in the week this week. I normally lock my bike outside, and a fairly newish bike, and it's got one of the kind of disc brake wheels on it, and I've got like a secure point where, like a motorbike secure point where I lock it up to, so when I knock off the back wheel, I just don't bother the front wheel, and it's been fine for the last 2 years, or about a year and a half. And midweek somebody decided they wanted to steal my wheel, which was a bugger really. So I've been like, for the last 3 days I've been just walking into work, which takes maybe about 40 minutes to walk into work. I did debate using the local bus services or train services. The train kind of takes me out of the way, and that train would cost maybe, I think, £2 return, and that'll take about 35 minutes to get into town, and I still have to walk quite a bit to get to the train station and get back again. And same thing with the bus. I worked out with Google Maps, by popping in Google Maps, how much it costs, and a single journey with the bus costs £2. So to actually go to town and come back again on a bus would cost £4, which is quite horrendous really, when you can just buy like a return ticket for £2 on the train to get more or less the same type of distance covered. So I had the choice of what was it? I had the choice of either walking for 45 minutes get to listen to my podcasts I haven't listened to for ages, to catch caught up on a few of those, or spend 35 minutes sat on a bus with people of dubious backgrounds. I'm sure there are nice people as well, but I always seem to end up next to the typical. Anybody used to watch this person called Jasper Carrot, the kind of nutter on the bus, or there's somebody a bit smelly, or somebody who's got some screaming kids and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing for the last 2 days. I've been walking in, weather's been perfect, and it's made quite a change. But anyway, I've had an update from Yodel, and they tell me that the carrier, earlier on he had like about 70 stops to do, but now he has only got something like about 30 stops to do, and eventually he will arrive and I'll have my new wheel to put together, which costs something like almost 80 quid to replace, which I just bought some new bits. With benefit of hindsight, I could have just bought got a second-hand one, but I just bought a new one, and I'll just make sure I lock my bike out the back here again, which I have always done. I just brought it through the house, put it out, because there are quite a lot of thieving bastards around here, to put it bluntly, who I suppose you get it all around here, but that's how I feel at the moment about it. That's it. Right, I'll give you an update when the next hop drop goes in. Let's drop my phone in the drink for a second there. Right, second hop drop. I actually did put it in there actually. There we are. So that's 30 minutes. We'll give it another 15 minutes and I'll drop my bit of Prolofoc and I'll get my chiller in there as well. Hopefully the chiller won't. Actually, what I might do is to sterilise my chiller first, so that we get a proper boil off. I won't stick it in 15 minutes before I sterilise it, because I think they after putting it in there, start sterilising it anyway, and it'll be above. And we'll just let it sit for a few minutes before I start pumping any water through it, and that should do the job. And I won't have a problem that I've been having recently, where I've had to boil it even longer, because the boiler stopped towards the end. So give it 15 minutes, put the Prolofoc in there, give it another 15 minutes and it'll be done. So I'm just getting the wheel pole going. Good flocculation going on there. Always like a good flock, whatever they call it. That's going to clear out well. Hit my target gravity. It was about bricks of about 12.7, which is a final gravity of 1050, which is bang on, which you've done quite well at. See, to get us down below 85, let's quickly move it around a bit. So that'll be down there in a second, once we've got it. Okay, so I'll just turn the water off now and let it get the next hop drop in, which is these for. Let those sit around there for a while. That's nugget. Let's get these in there. I'm trying to work out where my stirry spoon is. I can see it off around over here somewhere. It's very clean. I don't care to fuss too much around with this. This is quite highly acidic in here, so most bacteria won't actually enjoy growing in here. So for now, potentially get lactobacillus landing in there, but I'll cover this up before I actually get down to that. So I think this is very clean. It's been outdoors, but it's not mega sterile. But used to playing if I want to see all the bacteria get in there. So there we are. Right, that's down for 10 minutes. I'll start cooling it down properly. Let's get the top on there, shall we? Oops, let's get rid of this. Oh my goodness. Tidy it all up. Right, that's down for a while. Okay, in the meantime, my wheel arrived. Let's get a sharp knife to open it all up. Let's see what we got here. Okay, just going to cancel this timer. Okay, Google, stop. So, strange, really. I've developed this relationship with my Google Home nowadays. It's a bit of a funny thing, isn't it? Anyway, a wheel. It's quite nice actually, nice and light. I had to get another one to match my one at the back. My word has it that there's supposed to be a quick release with this as well. But, aha! I can't see a quick release down the bottom there. So that's a relief, because it's one thing they don't tell you what's in the specification that's in there. And in this big box here, I should have a tyre and inner tube and stuff like that. Right, let's see if we can get it open. What's in here? Let's have a look. So yeah, I always go for these Schwab tyres. They always seem to be. This is the marathon one, semi-slick, but I've had good experience with these. These have got like a little padded layer in there, stopping against punches so much as well. What else we got in here? In the tube. What's that there? Oh, breaky thing. Anything else? Looks like we've got a little bit of advertising and some jelly beans. There we are. Well, so it's a good colour. Got a sample there, so I put it under the refractometer to see what the final gravity is. We've had a good lot of flocculation there, so it's all those left in there, just sinking away. The last few dregs going in there. The hops actors are kind of the hops actually block up there and keep a few bits out of there. But yeah, I think we had a good day today. I'll just let it finish off, and then we'll get some yeast and pop some yeast in there. So there we are, ready to go. Got a few bit of hop debris in there, but I think by the time it's fermented and it's conditioned out, it won't be such an issue. Got some Sapphire 05. I'm actually not bothering with aerating it. I don't think you need. I had a quick chat to Chris. Chris has Harry 69. He was saying that he doesn't bother when he's doing it commercially. He just doesn't bother doing any aeration. He just sticks the yeast in and just leaves it to its business, which I will do the same. Can't be that bad, can it? So let's get it covered up in case any nasty things get in there. I've got my my outdoor fridge set to 19 degrees. You can see it's 19.5, isn't it? Something like that. And I'll pop it in there with the. I've got a thermal well, so I'll pop that thermometer into the thermal well, and we will let it do its thing for a few weeks. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the hydrometer reading if we can get one done. So that's 10, 12, 12.2 or something like that, 12.3. Let's have a quick read myself. Yeah, that's almost 13 actually, so yeah, we've done quite well. I don't. So basic rule of thumb with bricks is you multiply by 4. So 2 13s, so 26. 2 26s are 52. So it's about 1052. So beer will be around maybe 5-6%, which should be quite good. I'll do the calculations afterwards. Do what it tastes like. Let's have a quick. Sweet, bittery. I don't know how you can tell, but it just tastes nice, so that's a good thing. It's not aggressively bad or anything. That's good. I'll call that a wrap. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you all soon. I'll come back to you when we do a tasting in a few weeks' time and give you my final thoughts. I won't come back to you when I dry hop. It's a bit not interesting, isn't it? But anyway, hope you liked. Please like, subscribe, share, and add any questions down below. And I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.